guys, welcome to Jenks's World, and we are here with the family of our main character, Sky Green Man, for our Runaway Teen Pregnancy Challenge. Let's get started. Let's meet the fam. First off, we have, of course, our main character, Sky Green Man. Look at that smile. Look at her. Work it, girl. If you hear my cat in the back, it's because I kicked them out. They won't stop getting on top of the monitor, so I had to kick them out. And up next, we have Sky's mother, Jane Greenman, which we will be visiting since we have the Growing Together pack. We might stay over at her place, or she might stay over at our place whenever we get it fixed, because we're starting the story. She's going to be in her grandma's old house, which is dusty, so we gotta clean it up before we can invite anyone over. But yeah, we might, stay over at her place. She might stay over at our place, visit our childhood, bedroom and all that. And up next, we have Jane's wife, Max Greenman. She is a college student. And of course, we have their beautiful baby boy here. We have Rain. I don't have any CC clothes for the infants yet. Honestly, I haven't went CC shopping since I got the new updated pack. We will have some soon, but until then, we're stuck with the toddler/infant clothes, which literally they basically copied and pasted and shrinked. But no shade towards EA. I feel like they could have at least gave the toddler one clothes that's for them only. But we also have Sky's dad, Dale. This is the first, actually no, this is not the first guy sim I've made, but this is the first guy sims I've made that, came out, decent, looks good. So this is her dad. He's the one that had full custody of her, which is why she wasn't staying at her mom's, Max and Jane's house. She was living with her dad and his wife, Fallon Hadley. Dale Hadley, Fallon Hadley, and their infant daughter, Kylie. So the daughter does look like both, Dale and Fallon, but they had her do a surgery. Is it surgery? Anyways, someone else with red hair carried the child so she could come out looking like Fallon, because Fallon can't have any kids. And we are here with our extra sim, Ashley Dixon. She will also be our co-star. She'll be Sky's co-star because she's also in this challenge too. She is gonna be the best friend. Of course, the best friend and / the lover at the end, because our lesbian queen here has a crush on Sky, and Sky also has a crush on her. And I can't wait for them to have their little family, even though Sky's kid is not her kid. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's gonna be her kid. It's gonna be their kid. The baby daddy does not even exist. Anyways, so yeah, we have Sky here. I didn't make a family for her. Basically, her backstory is that her family's dead, and she was homeless because the bank took everything. She was too young to have anything, and she was staying at Sky's grandma's house, which is also where Sky went to live at, since, finding out she's pregnant, and she got kicked out by Fallon, who was jealous that she got pregnant. First off, Fallon didn't like her, and she didn't want her to live with them, but Dale was like, I don't want her to live with their mother. I don't want her to live with her mothers. I want her to live here with me because I felt betrayed that her mother left me and got married with a female, even though she told me she was gay and she was only with me to get her mom's approval, I still couldn't, man up and accept the fact that she didn't love me and she was just looking for her mom's approval. So by taking it out, I'm gonna take her daughter away from her, and she's gonna be staying with us even though her wicked stepmother fell in here, does not like her. She's gonna be here with us. But yeah, Felon was the one that kicked her out after she saw like the pregnancy tests. The pregnancy tests were negative, but she still kicked her out because like she's like, why would you be need to take a pregnancy test? But she did go to the hospital even though the pregnancy tests were negative. Even though the pregnancy tests were negative, she still went to the hospital. And they were like, yeah, you're definitely pregnant. It's like, you're like 2 weeks now. And she was like, what? I didn't really, the reason why I took it is because like I passed out. And I was like, that's weird. I've never passed out. I'm like a healthy body. So I had to make sure there was nothing wrong with me. And you know what? I got a parasite in me. I got a baby. And the way she got pregnant is like, she was over, was it over? Basically, she was staying over at her boyfriend's. She was visiting her boyfriend, and they were drinking. She got drunk, and she thought she was having sex with her boyfriend. Still unprotected anyways. But she was actually having sex with the dad, and the dad tricked her, and so she's still like hazy. She doesn't know like she got pregnant for her boyfriend's dad yet. She just knows that like she was pregnant, and she doesn't suspect that it was the dad. She doesn't suspect anything because the dad got up, cleaned up the whole scene like the douchebag he is, and left. And she thought, she had intercourse with her mans, but it was not her mans. It was the grandpa slash baby's father. So, yeah. But anyways, so Felon kicked her out, and she was like, you know what? Honestly, I don't know if I want to keep this baby. I don't even remember, doing anything. And she doesn't know it's not her boyfriend's kid. So she was like, you know what? Honestly, I'm gonna keep the baby. So she's gonna keep the baby. And she was like, I honestly don't even want to live at my dad's house. Like she wanted to stay with her mom's, but the dad won custody because the judge was a sexist douchebag and didn't believe that two women could raise a kid together. So he won custody. And not only that, but since he filed for custody first, he won custody. So, yeah. Since he filed first, he won. So she was staying with him, and she was like, honestly, I don't even want to stay here with him anymore. And she was like, I'm just gonna go stay at my grandma's house and like use my funds that my mom put in my piggy bank, her bank account, to fix up the house. And I'm just gonna stay at my grandma's house. So yeah, she was like, I'm just gonna stay at the grandma's house, fix it up, stay there. That's big enough space for me to, have a kid. And then she got there, and she met Ashley, who also goes to the same school as her. And everyone thought she was like, some weirdo that her mom died in a car crash. And they thought she was like living with a family member, but then she was actually staying at Sky's grandma's house. It's abandoned, and she was like staying in a little room there. And when Sky got there, and with all her like moving stuff, she heard a noise, and then she was about to call the police, but then Ashley came out, and she was like, that's weird, what are you doing here? Like, why shouldn't I call the cops? Someone else is in my grandma's house. I feel like I should probably call the cops. But then Ashley was like, I have nowhere else to stay ever since my parents died. You know, I don't know my mom's family. She ran away when she was a teen, and she never spoke to her family. So I'm kind of on my own right now, and this was the only place that I know no one was gonna come. Well, I thought no one was gonna come here, and like, it would give me enough time to like find a job, save up money to like get an apartment or like get a car and like just sleep in my car. This guy was like, well, I just found out I was pregnant and I got kicked out by my evil stepmom. And honestly, we've seen each other around, so you're not a complete stranger. So, you can honestly stay here with me. I don't mind. And honestly, I don't want to be alone. And I also don't want to go to my mom's house because I'm not ready to tell her that I'm pregnant. Because I don't know how she'll react. I have a feeling she'll blame my dad, and it's going to go back and forth of her blaming my dad and my dad blaming her. And honestly, I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, that's how they met, and that's how they're going to, that covers the how they got to be with each other and how they got to meet, you could say. And I was thinking of like having them stay at an apartment and like say like she's getting the house fixed, like she's getting a house fixed and remodeled or whatever before she could like go back and move into the house. So I mean, yeah, I feel like she wouldn't want to stay in that nasty mess of a house. But yeah, and we'll also get to meet we can also meet the baby daddy. He is in here somewhere. I made the family. I don't think I saved the family. Yeah, I didn't save the family on here. Well, you'll get to meet the family in game. But that's, that's how they got to meet, and that's all for the backstory of her family. We'll get to see her, soon to be ex-boyfriend, and his dad and his family, and their backstory, which is not really much. And we have our cat here with us, the same one that was meowing at the door because I wouldn't let him in. Come here, baby. We have him with us. Hi. Say hello. Say hello. Come here. Oh, he's camera shy, but he's shy, but he still likes to voice his opinion on me having my door closed. Anyways, that's all for their backstory. I will see you guys in the main video. Have a good day.